Yeah. I wanted you to soak this in. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the Painful Excellence Podcast. Well, I agreed with myself to watch this for research purposes, but this was painful to watch. I don't know how many of you guys watch this, but this is the most trifling and disgusting show on television. And you know, this show tells you exactly where we are as a society. All right, this is disgusting. Let me say what's up to the family in the building first. Love is the word. Combat Toolback, Rod Neal, Woke, Teach, Mr. Shelton, John Pounds, Paul Carrick. What up, my brother? Mike the Reaper, salute. Terrence Bailey, salute. Jerome King, Frank from the Land, Philip D. Omega Red. Blessings, Philip. I had a wonderful weekend. DS, salute. The Village Brother. Smash the like button. Okay, this show is disgusting. This show is creepy. All right, you look at the name. Everyone knows the term M.I.L.F. and where it came from. It came from a movie back in the 90s, I believe. Or was it the early 2000s? I forget. It was called Soul Power, salute. It was called American Pie. And that film was a high-powered... Yeah, Jerome, it's a real show. It's a high-powered... it's about a kid, and he's going through, you know... He's already going through puberty, but he doesn't know anything about, you know, intercourse. And he's trying to find himself. You know, it's an over-the-top look on what teenage boys go through growing up, going through puberty. And right now you can binge watch the whole thing if you care to. It's American Pie 1, 2, and I believe 3. And then they have a return where they're all adults and now they're the OGs. And, you know, I mean, look, you know, yeah, Paul, I'm going to get to all of that. Because all of this is, Alfred, what up? All of this is consistent to what this society is doing. And we're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We're in trouble. And I need the women to pay attention because Mind of Mansambusa, salute, because I don't find any of this funny. But this is turning into a one big old I told you so. Ladies, this is turning into one big old I told you so. For those of you that don't know, okay, the term M.I.L.F. came from American Pie. And yeah, bro, I couldn't believe this was real. I thought it was a joke. This is a real show. I just watched the first episode. Oh no, Omega, I didn't watch it yet. I've been super busy. But check this out. M.I.L.F. is an acronym. M.I.L.F. stands for Mom, I'd Like to F. All right, I have to be careful with my words on YouTube nowadays, so please forgive me. But look, that was made up in American Pie, and it was pretty funny. And, you know, it was funny. Everyone started walking around saying that. So now it's a real acronym. So now here comes this show, some 2 decades later, M.I.L.F. Island, where these women, right? These women are on an exotic island. All of these women are over 40. All of them. And all of them have kids. And let me tell you why this is important. Okay? When I first saw the preview for this, I just got a snicker. I said, man, these women are past the wall. They went crashing through it. And now they're single and they're trying to rekindle themselves. But the reason why they call it M.I.L.F. Island is because these women have a thing for younger men. Right? I think the oldest woman on there, I think 2 of these women are 50. I didn't take any notes like I had planned because I was doing something. I was just watching it though, but I was multitasking. I meant to take notes and write down names. I might be able to do that next week if time permits. No, Alfred, they're not married. Some of them are divorced. I think one of these women are widowed. One of these women lost their husband in a car accident. But now they're back on the dating scene. One thing I will say is that all of these women are, I guess, they're in shape. All right. So I noticed that for this show, for entertainment purposes, they didn't get, dare I say, your average 50-year-old, 45-year-old, 47-year-old, 43-year-old woman. Because let's face it, in American society, now all of these women are American, by the way. They just reside here. Different, two of, I think the Asian lady and the lady on the far right, or it might be I think like 3 of them are born in other countries, right? The one on the far left is clearly American, and she's the worst one. And I'm gonna tell you why in a second. Okay, yeah, love is a word. There's a twist. There's a twist, and here's the twist right here. Let's just get to it, okay? Look at my camera. Look at how bad this looks. Hold on a second. Okay. Here's the twist. So they're like younger men, and they meet each other at the bar, and automatically you see the personalities, and everybody was cool. Now here's the first thing I noticed. It's a reality show. So what's a reality show without controversy? So the women start meeting each other. The first 3 start getting along. There's a light-skinned black woman there, and automatically the blonde-haired woman, let me put the picture back up, on the far left, she's the bartender. She's outgoing. She's in the best shape. She works out. All right? And she's out loud about it. Now, if I remember correctly, she has about 4 or 5 kids, maybe more than that, and got different fathers for all of them. That's the first thing I noticed. I was looking at the TV like, what? Where's my what button? What? I said, oh my God. But okay. And she's not married. So I'm like, okay, well, none of them married. They're either divorced or widow or whatever it is, whatever's going on with them. So the black woman comes up, and the first thing I notice is, I said, there's going to be friction between the women. It's going to come. And the first thing I noticed was the black woman had a problem with her. So I said, okay, the friction has to come from the sister on the island. I knew it. I knew they were going to do that. Look, you're there to find romance. Cop killer salute. You're there to find romance. Why do you have a problem with what she's doing? But it wouldn't be a show without some sort of friction happening. Right? So they start getting texts from their phone. Oh, your guys, Bumpy, what up? Your guys are showing up and blah, 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 blah. So then the gate opens and these young men walk through the gate. The women are like, whoa. The young men are like, whoa. They go to the young man. One of them says, that looks like my mom.
Whoa! That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, frog money, Gordon, he did right. Crambo.
What? You heard me. The twist is, all of these women, and you can't tell me they didn't pick this on purpose. All of these women got sons in their 20s. And all of them look, I guess, by today's standards, fairly handsome. So these women have sons, and each one of these women are going to be dating each other's sons. It was at that moment I stopped what I was doing. And I looked at my wife. I said, yo, what? I just thought it was going to be some young dudes and they'd be running around trying to bang all the girls and all the women are going to be trying to bang all the guys. I just thought it was going to be like that sort of train wreck. But whose idea was it to get these beautiful older women and say, by the way, do you have a son in his 20s? I just want to know about your family. And then invite them to the island. They told the sons, you're going to an island and find romance. They told the ladies, they told the women, you're going to an island and find romance. So they both knew they were going on a romantic escapade, but they didn't know they were going to be on an island with their mothers trying to court these other women. Yes, ladies, your son in his 20s is trying to court an older woman that you're sharing an island with. And at the same time, your son, who came in, who met up with these dudes, one of these dudes is going to be trying to get at your mom. Let me explain something to you. Had that been me, and I'm in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, my mother was in her mid-40s. Had I gone to an island and say, okay, you're going to go to this island, you're going to meet some women. It's a dating show, fine. And my mother says, yeah, I'm going to an island and I'm going to find romance. She's grown, fine. And had I walked through that fucking gate and saw my mom with other women, first of all, I'm like, pause. What is this? Why is she here? And she'd say the same thing. Why is he here? Show's over. Nope, this ain't even funny. I don't need to see how my mom get down. My mom don't need to see how I get down. There are certain things. You see, all of these women, they are their son's friends. And soul power, salute. And this woman on the left, you know what she does? First night there, the woman with the blue in the middle, that's the light-skinned black woman. Her son. She said, oh, he's athletic. I'm inviting him to the room. He goes up to the room. Her son was there. Say, no, wait a minute, ma. I gotta cock block you. Somebody's gonna get into a fight on this island. Now I'm watching this for purposes of this show. But I did not think that it was gonna be that. This series is disgusting. This is disgusting, man. This is not funny. I better hear that this was all a setup and these are actors. But even if it's an act, this is not funny. There's nothing funny about this. Why do you say that, Drew? Watch this, y'all. And any woman that says, oh, well, you know, it's not a big deal. There's something, not only is there something wrong with you, and you prove the point when we say, yo, there's a lot of women out there that have these son husbands and they be doing something with those little boys. I totally believe that. Not only do you have to deal with that, but watch this, y'all. Reverse the roles. And what you got? You got dudes going to jail. You got dudes being called creeps. Imagine a bunch of fathers in their late 40s, going in the 50s, looking for love. And then they got daughters in their 20s. And the father's like, well, you know, I like young ladies. And then you got these women saying, you know, I like older men. And you and your daughter go to an island where you go, oh, I'm going on a dating show. I'm going on here. They fully paid for. Oh, Dad, I'm going on a dating show. I'm going, you know, fully paid for. And then the gate opens up and you see your daughter coming through there. You see all these beautiful young ladies. And then you see your daughter there like, whoa, wait a minute. What? And the dudes you was just doing shots with, the dudes you just, yeah, man, I got a whole bag full of Viagra to go around, man. You know how it is. Yo, man, yeah. Dudes you just high-fiving is about to slam your daughter's head through a headboard. Reverse the roles. Is it even on TV? Ricky Williams, salute. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You see? You see? Reverse the roles and switch the show up. Does it even make TV? Do women get on YouTube and start screaming about the patriarchy? Men are dogs. But this is okay? You know what they're gonna say? Oh, the men are with it. Do you know the most, man, there's a part in the show, and this was filthy, disgusting. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. They blindfolded the women. They lined the men up, had them take their shirts off, and the women had to feel the bodies to say, okay, yeah, I date him. But here's the funny part, and I don't mean ha 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 funny. The women were like, yeah, this is my son. Grabbing the pec, grabbing the arm. Yeah, this is my son. This is my son. And I think only 2 or 3 of them got it right. This is my son. I think the black woman got it right. And I think 2 of the Spanish women got it right. So you're going around, bro, this show is wrong. This show is wrong. I don't know. Did anyone write any letters? Jay Gibson, my brother, Joe Townsend in the building. Did anyone write letters to say, yo, why is this on the air? This is not funny, man. They were filled. If you can find this episode, it was just this Sunday. If you could find it, watch it. See what I'm talking about. Who made the call to put this show on? Night Train, salute. Ricky Williams says, and I quote, any man that messes with a woman that young is a manipulator and a predator. I've heard it so much, I don't even want to be on panels with women anymore. Brother, I heard that said on the P.E.P network, and I think you may have been on the panel. One of those sisters said that, and I was listening that night, and I said, no, that's not true. It's not true. This show, all right, if a woman could say that, look, I've seen 45-year-old men date 25-year-old women. I've seen that. But those women will deem that disgusting. That's what your belief is. The 25 years old, you're grown, you're good and grown. But wait a minute. These older women, listen, man, when I was 19, I was sleeping with a 43-year-old woman. When I was 19. 19. I wasn't 17. I was 19, but I was grown. Her girlfriends was high-fiving. Bunch of women would high-five that. But I would never bring her home. So here you have these women egging on, enabling their son's nonsense. Theo Coop, salute. Thank you, Joseph Townsend. How Stella got her groove back. Every black woman was living by that. Every black woman didn't, even if they didn't know about hedonism, they found out about it after that movie. Do I need to talk about what's been going on in Jamaica for over 30 years? That probably longer than that. Hedonism. Man, those yardies, they go talk to a yardie down there that works at those resorts. How many Stellas, because that's what they call them, how many Stellas they've been with. Go and ask them. Let me check that right now, Village Brother. I'm so sorry. Check that right now. Oh yeah, Village Brother, I did, and we're gonna talk about that because what we're talking about here is all relevant, my brother. Thank you for the Venmo. Yes, I did, and we're gonna cook on that because this is all relevant. It's all relevant, brother. It's all relevant. Kane, what up? This show is disgusting. And I want to know, where's the outrage from the matriarchy? Hey, Ricky, where's the outrage from the matriarchy? Because I'll be damned if my son says, meet my girlfriend, and I know she's my age, I'm gonna pluck him in his forehead and tell her to get the hell out of my house. Black Vision, salute. And I'm gonna tell him, yo, look, don't say a word. I don't care how good the nanu is. I don't care. It's just that you ain't never had it like that. You're used to dealing with girls your age. I don't do it like that. I don't go down. Head high, kill him with the no. That song. I don't go down. I don't do that. I don't like it doggy style. Look, you're going to go through that. And you got this older chick who's been there, done that. She got kids your age. So she's sucking up nuts like a vacuum, and you've never had that before. Snap out of it. You don't love her. Snap out of it. Now, let me tell you why I have a problem with the show. And I see you, Mr. Shelton. We're going to get, because this is all relevant. As a matter of fact, let me see something. This is all relevant, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm enraged. This is all relevant, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the matriarchy has done. Okay. The matriarchy has allowed you to think that this behavior is normal. Okay? They've allowed you to think that this is normal behavior, and it's not. They've allowed you to think that it's normal behavior, and it's not. Okay? It is not. And if you're not outraged as a man, Tay Tay, future ex-wife, salute. If you're not outraged as a man, then you need to, phenomenal Mexican, salute. This is a problem. The first thing as men, what we need to do is protest this show. If you're just getting here, protest this show. This is called M.I.L.F. Island. And I was just gonna laugh at a bunch of women. How many of them? 6, 7 women who hit the wall looking for young men. Now, these are not your average 45, 50-year-olds. The average American 45, 50-year-old doesn't look like this. So the casting was done real carefully. The second part is what made this show worse for me was, come to find out, all of these women got young, handsome sons. And the twist was, they're on the dating show with their mothers, but they're dating the women around them. So the dude you was just high-fiving, talking about how you love older women, you might be sleeping with your boy's mom. And the scary part is these women are cool with that. And then when we talk about son husbands, This is creepy, y'all. This is creepy. Now, this is what the matriarchy has done. Shows like this have become normalized. Okay? You can't make this normal for me. No. Negative. This is enraging. And you should be enraged. The matriarchy allows shows like this. The matriarchy has spent its time arguing the patriarchy, which is just how this world runs. Y'all are not enslaved. Y'all are not barefoot and pregnant. Y'all are more free to do anything y'all want to do today than y'all were 50 years ago, than y'all were 10 years ago. Why are women acting like they're battered and abused? That is untrue. That is nonsense. Jamel, what up? Okay? It is untrue. The funniest argument that I've heard, why is it that when men sleep around, y'all considered like studs and like men and y'all high five, but when a woman sleeps around, y'all say that she's a hoe? I didn't make the rules. So they took that and said, no, I'm not a hoe, I'm liberated. Fine. Here's my question to those women that argue that point. Why do you want to be liberated? Do you want to sleep around excessively? But wait a minute though. Just me and you in it? Not every man sleeps around, stupid. You want proof? Over 50, no, wait, I think 30% of men over 30, I forget the number. But those dudes are virgins, man. There's a movement of dudes being careful about what they do with their penis. And those dudes are called lame. Oh, you're over 30, you ain't got no kids, there's something wrong with you. Uh-huh. The average man, well, I'm sorry, men cheat at a 26% rate? Something like that? Women cheat at a 24% rate. But watch this, there's more women than men. So y'all are right in the mix. They put me in the mix. Yeah. So I don't know, what do y'all want to be liberated? Y'all want to be a liberated, like Phenomenal Mexican said, you want to be a liberated hoe? Go right ahead. But don't get mad when there's a dude that's been careful with his organ, and if you stand on your body count, stand on it. Tell the truth over that dinner table when he asks you about it, over dinner that he's paying for. When you're sitting across from that strong 6-figure man who has no children, and he's about 40, 41. He's hit his financial stride or on his way to it. And he's everything that you're looking for in a man. And you're sitting there liberated with a kid. And then he asks you, you got to tell him you got a kid. That's a strike. Are you going to be honest? Yeah, well, you know, I was in college. I was liberated. Mm-hmm. Where's your child's father? How's that for liberated? Okay. He looks at the waitress. Check, please. Awful. 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 The matriarchy. Y'all want another example? I once held this woman to a high standard until yesterday. Y'all know who that is? That's Erykah Badu and her daughter. Both of them got really nice bodies. If I found a picture of my mother and sister like that, I'd be in jail for slapping both of them. Erykah Badu was this earthy sister who sang from the soul, and I kind of held her to a better standard. But with each passing day, people find a way to prove me wrong. Why would she take this damn picture with her sister, with her daughter? Why would she do this? Where's her father? Why would you do this? I thought Erykah Badu being a weirdo was a bit of her shtick, but now I'm wondering what's really going on. Why are you selling us your daughter? I don't even know this woman's name, but look. This is from the gram. 579,245 people and counting. Now they're gonna run to this woman's Instagram. Who is that? Looking for a bunch of shots like this. Yeah, Jamel, she in her 50s and she'll get this work right now. And look at her daughter. In her 50s, and there you go, Paul. Thank you. Does it make sense now? And that's exactly why I put this up. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Now watch this, y'all. 3 baby daddies. But it's called Tyrone, right? There was no follow-up to that song. You chose Tyrone. You chose him. You see that? See how this coincides? She a single mother. 3 baby daddies. And look at the result, y'all. I put it up again. She a single mother. 3 baby daddies. Now the picture makes sense. Okay? Single mother, 3 baby daddies. Now the picture makes sense. Okay? Now am I talking bad about her? No. I'm just making a point. So disappointed. All of that music, and she has great music. But what makes her any better than Glorilla? With a picture like that and 3 baby daddies, and she's still a single mom. What makes her any better than Nicki Minaj? What makes her any better than Meg Thee Stallion? I held this woman to a high standard. Love her music, I really do. I can play her music in the car when I'm driving with the family. But when she's out the booth, she's throwing that nana around just like they claim they are. Because a lot of this ish is clever marketing. Matriarchy, y'all. This is what's happened when they do whatever they want, when they're liberated and they don't want to be judged. Listen. Being judged, that was called being shamed. When I was coming up, if a girl, Stormy, salute. If a girl got caught in the staircase, woke, what up, doing, you know. Normally, if a girl caught her, they wouldn't scream on the guy, it'd be on the girl. And the girl would get shamed out of not doing it. But there was shame. Nowadays, these girls are walking around high-fiving. I did him, and him. Oh, I did him, and his brother. I did him, and him. Now it's like, I'm going to own it. It's not called being a garden tool anymore. It's called being liberated. Because why can't I do it? Because men do it all the time. But that's what they told you. You see, that's what Oprah Winfrey told you. You see, that's what Sally Jesse Raphael told you. The truth is, there's a lot of men that are virgins well into their 30s. And I never forget, when I was watching Kevin Samuels one day, he said, what's wrong with that average man that is not making six figures, but he's making 50,000, 42,000? What's wrong with the average man that'll do right by you? You know what the women on the panel said? A lot of those guys be ugly. That's what she said. And the Godfather lost it on her. He lost it. Because you know why? Those good-looking dudes, and this was an average-looking chick, by the way. The good-looking dudes that she's looking for, you think you're going to do right by her? She'll try and make it work. She thinks her hey nanu is magic. It's not. You see, you want this dude that looks good? Sisters, you think you're the only chick that wants him? Now you look in a certain way. He looks a certain way. You think you're the only chick that wants him? How about this? More than likely, he's messing with chicks that look better than you. Better than you. That's why I laugh when these chicks they have these weird ass measurements and they're overweight, but they want Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. At least in the looks department, it don't go like that. And then when Kevin would say, your standards need to match your looks, you're not going to get that. Then all of a sudden he's a villain. Yeah, teach the window seat. I have that video on my hard drive. Yeah, her body's sick, but she's 50 years old, 3 children, 3 baby daddies. And she's taking pictures like that with her daughter. The matriarchy, ladies and gentlemen. These are the rulers of the world. Now let's go into this other thing, right? I knew about what Black was talking about this morning. I just want to see how far it would go. They want to remove Natural Woman off of Spotify, the Aretha Franklin song, because it annoyed these Transformers. And now they're saying it's upsetting and unfair to me that song is playing. That song is older than that whole movement. Now you want to move that song? You want to remove this? It's older than the movement, but you want to remove that off of Spotify? Let me tell you something, man. This is beyond out of control, y'all. And we need to fight back. And everything that I'm saying here is all relevant. So when we talk about the passport bros, I've seen a lot of TikTok videos. Oh, they broke, they can't leave anyway. They got child support. It goes to show you the women that did say that, the women that agreed with that, you can tell they're used to dealing with Pookies and Ray Rays. Of course they can't go nowhere. You're used to dealing with trash, which is why you broke up, single, with a child or 2 because of your decision. So these responsible men are saying, you know what? I don't have to deal with that. I got my passport. Wait a minute. It only takes me $1,500 to take a 5-day trip in the Dominican Republic or Jamaica or in Africa. It might cost me $3,000. I got that. I don't need to stay here. Let me go see what's going on. Because you're still marrying black if you're going to Africa. If you're going to Dominican Republic, they do got black Dominicans. So the black seed won't be totally lost. But so what? Black men marry within their ethnicity more than black women do. That's a fact. But I know some women don't believe in facts, and that's fine. But I know what I know. So now, these men are packing their ish and they're leaving because of all of this. Find me a man. Now listen carefully, y'all. Find me a man that'll get with Erykah Badu. Now, I'm just leaving the question like that on purpose because there'll be a bunch of dudes raising their hands. I'll get with her. What do you think they're going to get with her for? She's 50 years old with 3 children, 3 baby daddies, and got that girl walking around the house with pants like that. So when a man says he's trying to get with her, he's just trying to smash. Now, let me expand on the question. Find me a man that's going to marry her. She's 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Would you rather marry her or try and marry her daughter? And what kind of daughter is that? Where the mother is taking booty pics in the mirror. Now watch this. An average dude making $40,000 to $50,000 a year. He's gonna marry Erykah Badu, who's more than likely touched $1 million. I don't know what her net worth is, but it's more than the average man. So she kind of would have to, Spurger, what up? She kind of would have to look out to protect her assets, wouldn't she? Now let's say it's a 50-year-old man. What's he gonna deal with that? He's gonna deal with that? Now let's say she's a cougar and chasing after a young dude. He's gonna deal with that? And even if he tries to deal with her daughter, I don't know if her daughter has children over, and she has a fresher pair of ovaries. That's clear. But look at your mother. You want to deal with that? Do y'all see the dilemma that black men have on this soil? And then people get mad at passport bros? But the patriarchy though, right? Do you see why dudes are leaving? So you got the Erykah Badu, you got this show, M.I.L.F. Island, you got these Transformers ripping protesting Aretha Franklin's song that's older than them. And then they're supported by a major voice in our community, Dr. Umar. Brother, you lost me. Brother, you lost me. You lost me, brother. Saw a video today when the brother said, and I'm just gonna sum up what he said. He said the reason why the black community is failing, something to this effect. I'm not saying it word for word, but it's the men's fault for not staying with or basically wifing up these single mothers.
Whoa! What?
I don't know Dr. Umar. I hear what people say about him. I don't really like go off of what people like say, because you know it's a bully mentality. One person says something and then another person tags onto it, and then you got a million people that don't really know, but they know what they heard. And stories change or whatever. But look, man, I know what I heard come out his mouth this time. Also heard what he said two and a half weeks ago about Kevin Samuels. And that was a living contradiction because he said exactly what Kevin Samuels said about a year prior to that in reference to women not taking care of themselves and expecting the highest expectations, but they're not taking care of themselves as far as looks is concerned, as far as health, as far as being a single parent, but expecting this high caliber of man. That's exactly what Kevin Samuels said. I say to Dr. Umar exactly what I say to these women. You haven't sat through a whole show. You saw highlights. Highlights are funny. Sit through the show. Sit through the conversation, not 30 seconds of a woman getting roasted because she started the beef. Yeah, cop killer, listen. I don't know what country that was in. I don't know what city that was in, but you know what? That won't last. I know a couple of passport bros. Some of them are military. You go in and jump on those brothers if you want to. Playing with your life. But yeah, O'Shea did show that. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. But Umar stood on another platform. First, he violated Kevin Samuels, not knowing that he said the exact thing that Kevin Samuels been saying. But then the other day, he's talking about black women, single mothers, not getting wifed up by the passport bros is why the community's failing. How about this? I don't know anything about Dr. Umar's personal life. I think he's single. He's single, right? Does he have children? I don't know. If he doesn't, that's even better because he's in a position where he has to protect his assets because I believe he makes some money. I'm not concerned about that school or whatever. I don't care about none of that, but I'm making a point here. Doctor, lead by example. You're a strong, black, well-spoken brother. You're a husky and handsome brother. There's a billion single mothers out there. Go for it. Go for it. Practice what you preach. Because I'll be damned, my nephew is not listening to you. On that note, my son will never bring home a woman and say, hey, yeah, this is the one. How many kids she got? 2. By 2 different dudes? Where are they? Where does she live? Nah, son. Nah, nephew. You can do better than that. Keep looking. That's a pre-made family. I don't want you over in that woman's house and dude 3 in the morning come banging on the door. Uncle been there. Daddy been there. The matriarchy. I saw this other video during COVID when the kids was being homeschooled. This little boy, no more than maybe 5 or 6 years old, was looking at the laptop, and in walks his mother, butt naked, looking in the closet. And the teacher was like, yo, is there somebody naked? Oh, shut your camera off. And the little boy looks normal because he's used to seeing his mother bounce around the damn house naked. You don't think that messes with him as he gets older? I don't know, John Pounds. Y'all all seen it. Matriarchy. Remember when I told you I went to that shorty's house and she answered the door, I think in a towel. I thought I said, oh, well, we must not be going out because she about to get this work. So I sat in the living room and I looked and I said, ain't that her kid's room? And out walks her kid. And she kind of like left the room kind of undressed. And I said, wait a minute. Dude, it is Sports Talk Salute. I said, yo, man. You walk around your damn in your skivvies. I don't care if that's your son. Anthony, what up, man? He has a child? See, I don't know. Juice, what up? I don't know. He has a child? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing about his personal life. I know I got annoyed at that. And the first thing I started asking was, is he going to marry one of these women? Lead by example. I don't know if he has a child. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Bumpy. Yeah, I'm going to put my artwork on Bear Cave Entertainment. By the way, y'all, sidebar. I just put up a little bit of content on Bear Cave. Y'all go check that out. One of my first lives, I'm going to have the brother Felix Nunez on there because he's a hell of an artist, man. He's really good. He's better than me. He's really, really good. I'm going to have him on there. He's really good. Yeah, man. So Dr. Umar, he's disagreeing with Kevin Samuels, and he's the black community's failing because men are leaving. Bro, I'm so disappointed in him. Because I don't like it when people start dumping on people when they don't know. Because I know a lot of the hate he get over there at school is from people that just like to jump on a bandwagon of hate. I get it. I get it. Half the people that don't like the LDBC never been to an LDBC channel. I got a lot of emails, people saying, yo, man, I found you because so-and-so kept talking about you. I'm like, I don't even know who so-and-so is. Yeah, well, I came to your channel and you're nothing like how he described, so I subscribed. Salute. Thank you. I'm glad you did your own research. Oh, yeah, and he just be talking about other people, so I don't even bother him anymore. Okay. A lot of people are misled. Deal with your own. Juice said he got a baby mama that got him on child support? Word? Wow. So Dr. Umar has a son. And he's on child support. Now, I'm not going to say he's a bad father. I don't know what happened with that. Maybe he met Shorty before he got all conscious. I don't know. And I'm not talking bad about Dr. Umar. I'm just saying I disagree with what he said. These women, the matriarchy, listen to what I'm saying, because all of this is, this M.I.L.F Island and everything, all of this is relevant. You got these Transformers that are protesting an Aretha Franklin song. You got M.I.L.F Island, a show that's on TV, who are watching these other, who are women who are on this island looking for love from younger men, and then boom, amongst those men is their son looking for other older women that they are paired up with too. So this is a creepy show. Then you got Dr. Umar. We don't have no leaders in the community, but Dr. Umar is a loud voice in the community saying that we supposed to wipe up these single moms. Why are we supposed to clean up their mess? When these dudes was trying to wipe them up, they were called lame. Or like on Kevin Samuels' show, oh, those guys be ugly. Lame, ugly. Not enough money. He's in college. You ignoring the fact that he's on his way to his doctorate though? And these be black women, y'all. Because these white women, they be in college and they be liberated all through college. But you know what? They put they put their eye on that athlete or that dude getting his doctorate. And they say, yo, look, I'm laying and playing now, but that guy right there, he's gonna be something. And they keep the weight down. And when he gets his doctorate or he gets drafted, she's there. And she's behind the scenes. He gets his house, she moves in it. He clapped those buns, spit out a kid or two. She cooks, she cleans. She takes the kid to soccer practice. She keeps a caloric intake about 1,700 a day. She does yoga, and she's a housewife. What do the black women do? All the dudes that were trying to get their doctorate, they're lame. They do chase around the athletes, but you know what? A lot of these athletes, some of them, not all of them, but some of them know better. Yeah. I know what type of time she on. I hit it. The point guard hit it. The quarterback on the football team hit it. So when I get drafted, she's staying right here. Or she going back to wherever she from. Nope. No, you can't have my number. Nope. Look, man. Brother Philip D says, modern females don't want a bill with the brother. Oh, they want him ready, made when she finally get him. That's right. So they can lay and play. And once he's reached his financial stride, whether it's the NFL or MLB or NBA draft, that's when they want him. They want him when he's a doctor at the top of his craft. And then they want to, oh yeah, now I'm ready. You don't, even when you're a doctor, you don't reach the top of your financial stride until you're in your 40s. Oh, I remember you. Yeah. You remember me in college? Yeah. And now here you come. He's 40, you're 39, with a couple of kids in a failed relationship. And this is what Dr. Umar wants. Come on, man. So what I'm asking is that fair to men? It's not. Why are you telling men to settle for less? Because that's less. And here's why. You got, again, M.I.L.F. Island, the Transformers attacking an Aretha Franklin song. You got Erykah Badu posing with her daughter. You got Dr. Umar telling men to never mind the fact that they got children and a hell of a past. You supposed to marry these black women. You got men identifying as women, competing in female sports, cracking skulls and breaking records in the pool. You have all of this stuff going on. But we're supposed to stay here and take it. And I'm saying we're, although I'm happily married, I'm saying we're because I'm a man. And I got younger relatives that are in this world trying to figure this stuff out. And I'm telling them, you ain't got to put up with that. This is the Matrix. There's something called the passport. Get one. See the world. You don't have, if you need money, I'll give it to you. But get out of here, man. Be safe, but get out of here. See the world. You don't have to put up with this. This is ridiculous right here. You don't have to put up with this. You do not have to put up with this. Yeah, 88. They're attacking Aretha Franklin, who's dead and gone, over a song she wrote before a lot of these Transformers were born. That's right, Philip D. Stay here, eat crap, and die. That's what they're telling us to do. What are our options? Look at the options, y'all. And guess what? That Aretha Franklin song, you see, the matriarchy has rubbed elbows with the Transformer community so much. And look at what they did. Peep the play. I've heard that community say they suffered just like black people. I'm sorry. When was there a continent where they were all there and they were enslaved and they sold each other out? When did that happen? Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Oh, I know Joseph Townsend. Eve married outside her race. No one said anything. Serena Williams, who is one of the baddest black women I've ever seen in my life. Look what she did. And this Go Girl, they applaud when sisters don't marry within their race. Look down on us. They say, oh, when y'all get up, y'all don't look back at us. No. A lot of those brothers know what you bring to the table. Look at Dwayne Wade. What? married her, and his 14-year-old son says, yeah, I feel like this, Dad. That's all right. I can pay for all of those changes. I'm telling you, when that kid, bro, what if that kid, when he turns 19, 20, says, you know what? This was a mistake. They didn't get that kid therapy. I don't know. But you know what? Not in my house. If my son say, yo, look, Dad, I feel this way. Okay. Y'all want to change? Nope. You're not getting one. You're 14. Guess what? When you're 21, if you still feel like this, then you do it. You do it. Go work a job right now. I'm not paying for it because I don't support that. You can't make me support that. If you feel that way, that's one thing. But all this changing around, I'm not doing it. I love you, but I'm not doing it. 14, you're entirely too young. You may be influenced by something you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? You may have some friends that got in your head. But I've seen people change their mind. My sister used to teach at high school. And she told me there was a bunch of those girls running around there with Tim boots and baggy jeans talking about they got down like that, kissing each other in the school. She sees them 6 years later pushing a baby carriage, dressed like a woman. Hey, Maria, what happened? Well, no, I don't. Know what happened? They found a guy and they said, ooh, what's that tingle? Nitty G, what up? That tingle is your natural anatomy working. That's what the tingle is. That's what it is. What are you gonna do? She left that L lifestyle behind and brushed it off as a phase. And she's a family woman now. Now, you could be that, but I would tell my son, no. 14, no, you too young, man. You too young. Now, you could fight me with this and try and immerse yourself into it more and more and more, but yo, if you like that, you like that. There's no changing it. But how you feel when you're 14 is not how you feel when you're 16, is not how you feel when you're 18. It's not how you feel when you're 21. And by the time you're 21, you might be on some, you know what? That was just the illest phase. That was the illest phase. Who knows? But if you still feel like that when you're 21, you pay for it. I'm not paying for it. You can't make me support it. You pay for it, though. I love you regardless, but I ain't paying for it. And I don't apologize for that. But he's running around with his wife, and his wife, man, he's painting his fingernails black. Man, shut up, man. The worst thing in the world is for that kid to turn around 4 or 5 years from now and say, oh my God, this was a mistake. Because he's dressed and looking like a woman, and then he sees a woman and he's attracted to the woman. And now he has no plumbing. Get out of here, man. I seen a situation, and this is true. I seen a situation where a chick I went to school with swore she was like that. Later on, I heard, because I didn't live on her block, but I heard she had gotten into a bad fight with her girlfriend, and she ended up kicking her girlfriend's behind so bad that she got arrested. I said, what happened? Well, she cheated on her. I said, who? Shorty cheated on her girlfriend. I said, ooh, so what happened? Do we know the girl? He said, girl, it was a guy. I was like, what? She was thugged out. She used to sit on a corner with us when I used to hang on their block. You know, I used to drink a 40 and I wasn't a smoker, but everyone else was smoking and, you know, that sort of thing. And she used to be out there with us, Tim boots on, pigskin Tims, freestyling and all that. She looked like a dude. She was actually cute though. Short little light-skinned chick. But what happened was somebody around that way, you know, she was hanging with dude and one thing led to another and she started smashing on a dude. And her girlfriend found out and they got into a fist fight and she beat her up and sent her to the hospital and got arrested. All of that went through, so I said, what's the end result? She's dating a dude now. And you couldn't tell me this chick wouldn't grow up to be some sort of super butch. Nope. And I haven't seen her in decades, but I heard that she hung up the Timbs and picked up some pumps. And I heard that when you see her now, you would never know that she was like that unless she went to high school with us. I knew. And I haven't seen a picture of her. She's not on social media or nothing. That's how you know it's real. She ain't even on social media. But I used to hang with her brother. So this is what we're dealing with when the matriarchy is involved. So now the matriarchy, the women, I want to know what the feminists are going to do now. Are you going to support the Transformers taking down or protesting this Aretha Franklin song talking about real woman? Now watch this. I don't know why the Transformers are taking down or protesting that real woman song, because a real woman is from the heart. And if these Transformers saying, yo, look, I was born a woman, but I was in a man's body. If you really felt like a woman, then Aretha should be talking to you. You ever thought of that? Listen to the words of the song. But now they're just doing things to do it. Because you know why? That community has your support, feminists. Feminists, they have your support. Guess what else just happened? Now, if you're a Transformer, you can show your bare breast on Instagram with no retaliation, with no punishment. But you, if you're born a natural woman, you can't do it. So now, all these twerk queens all over Instagram, imagine how many more hits you can get if you was able to show your bare breasts. You can't do it, but a Transformer can. How you feel about that? You've painted yourself into a corner. Guess what? Fellas, that's not our argument. That's not our debate. That's not our war. The feminists gotta go fight with that community now. Y'all created this monster. Y'all deal with it. Am I wrong? Deal with it. You deal with it. Deal with it. Y'all created this monster. Now it's out of control. Fellas, this Aretha Franklin getting pulled off of Spotify and everything else, look, it sounds bad, but it's not our fight. It's not our fight. These Transformers going into the girls' room, look, it's your fight when you have a daughter and she's going into the girls' room and you see a Transformer go in there. That's your fight. But outside of that, it's not your fight. It's not your fight. How many Transformers that were women that now identify as men are going into the male's locker room or going to the male's bathroom? You don't hear about that. We always worried about the other side, right? But that other side, it's not our fight. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? This is what the matriarchy has done. This is what feminism has done. That dude hopped into a pool. He was ranked like 50 or 60th in college. He couldn't even compete. All right? He identifies as a woman, takes some hormones, jumps in the pool, and not only he beat the best women in the world, well, in college, but he was breaking records. Did the feminists get this guy? What about this fool running around a Transformer in an MMA cage, beating these women up and breaking their skulls? What about that? Are the feminists, look, don't attack the men, go attack the men doing that. these same people are supporting shows like M.I.L.F. Island. These same people don't see nothing wrong with Erykah Badu with a booty shot. And let me be clear, this is a sexy pic, but that's not Erykah Badu's friend. That is her daughter. Okay? And last but not least, this right here. Okay? Y'all go ahead and read that. Okay? Read that. That community can't reproduce. They recruit. And what these flaming demons did, they were allowed to adopt boys, and they were raping them and also pimping them out to local pedos. Okay? I heard that they sent an email or a text to one of their customers saying, I'm gonna F the ish out of my son tonight. I also understand see that, man? See that, man? Can you imagine your niece or your daughter losing a scholarship because some dude grows his hair out and yanks it into a ponytail? What about the dude? I did a video on this like last year. The dude that identified as a woman, they locked him up in a woman's prison and he started getting those girls pregnant in there. If you don't think that this is out of control at this point, when I tell you guys that with all this freedom that these women have, and this is what they're choosing to do with it, this is the crap I'm talking about, family. This ain't men doing this. These are sick dudes enabled by the matriarchy. These are sick men enabled by the matriarchy. But the matriarchy and the feminists are so deep in with that community, they're not checking them. They're not. Now, if we jump up, like right now, that story's real. And mind you, I think that happened back in August. Why it's just now coming out now? I don't know. I haven't done any real research on it. I think Willie D was talking about it. A few people spoke about it. But listen. If men in all their rage, and you know how we can get, if we jump up and we just say, you know what? They should be put in general population and let nature take its course. I promise you, you know what? Let me not say that I promise you. Let's just say this. I'm not going to be surprised if their community says, okay, look, they were wrong. But don't put them in general pop. They're going to be capping for them in some way, shape, or form. They broke the law. You threw the book at them, but they don't need to be around because you already know what people are going to do to them. You don't want them to die. You really want my opinion on that? Y'all know how I do with car fires, right? Right? Y'all know how I do. I'm just wondering. They need to be in general population and let the Lord do his work. These guys purposely adopted boys to do what they did. And there's gonna be somebody in that community trying to keep them safe. And this is an instance where you don't. I love my black people, but you know what? Some of these niggas need to be in prison. Niggas that are doing time, some, I'm not saying all, some of them need to stay there. You don't want some of these niggas out walking amongst you and your family. You don't. There's some niggas that are in, not every nigga in prison is Nelson Mandela. You understand? Some people in prison need to be there. These guys need to be there. My heart goes out for those little boys. Their lives are forever changed. They have to grow up with that. They're going to grow up thinking that that lifestyle is normal, not knowing that they've been converted and graped by the people that adopted them and that by the people they were pimped out to. They're forever changed. They didn't even have a chance. But there's going to be some people sympathetic for them. Where are since the feminists like attacking men, why aren't they attacking them? Where's the tweets? I'm not on Facebook. Is there anybody talking about this? Where's the feminist movement? All the freedom in the world that women have, everything I mentioned tonight, this is what they're doing. Did I lie on anybody today? I don't lie on anybody. I just pointed out several things that happened, and it's all consistent with this M.I.L.F filing. This is disgusting. When I put up that video about that woman, she said she had a threesome with a son and his mother. The first thing the dude said was like, "Oh, it's adopted?" or "No, his blood mother." And I believe that 100%. And if you was on the fence about it, look at this damn show. The blonde-haired chick on the far left, she's the most promiscuous one. And she has 6 kids, and listen to what she says. She's not about marriage. She's a free spirit, and she likes to F. She tried to F the black kid. And her son cock-blocked. But there's no doubt in my mind. You know, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say this. I wouldn't be surprised if she, did something to her son. I wouldn't be surprised. Remember I told y'all the other story about the chick? I was in her crib, and she was talking about, yeah, my son think he grown. He think he grown because I got there and he was leaving. She was like, yeah, you got that stuff with you I gave you? Yeah, Ma, I got it, man. All right, I'm leaving. Mike Biggs in the building, Bronx on deck. And I said, what you bothering the young man for? Daniel Mitchell, salute. I'm making sure he got those rubbers on him. You know, because, these girls be calling here, and I know how girls are. I'm like, okay. Yeah, and he need to be careful, because, he had got out the shower. She started I told y'all this story before. Yeah, he got out the shower, and I said, yo, man, let me see what you're working with. I need to know what size I got to buy you. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, I took it, I had to wiggle it and, make sure, I was like, oh my God. I was waiting for her to just say, no, I'm just playing. Nope. You inspected your son's, wow. I got up. I said, yo, I'm going to the store. You want something? I'll be right back. I think she wanted some Black & Milds. That's another thing. She smoked. She wanted some Black & Milds. I went to the chicken spot downstairs. I bought a snack box. So I'm eating the chicken, and I'm looking up at her building, and I'm eating. And I said, yep, I'm not going back upstairs. I already had my mind made up. Completely turned me off. I said, she put hands on her son? And I don't care if she said it's a non-sexual manner. Yeah, it was a sexual manner. It was. You said you touched it, and I might have left that part out last time, but I do remember her saying that she did, and because she did her hand like this. I had to expect it. get a little fluffy so I can know what kind of size. And I'm sitting there listening to her like, you, what? But you know what stuck out the most, what she said? It dawned on me. Because her son was like 6'4". He was taller than me, but he was like 18. She said he turned out to be looking just like his father. And I've had conversations with this chick. She said her father, her baby daddy was her first love, the man he loved, and blah, 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 blah. And of course, he's in prison for life. I said, well, where is this man? He was in those streets. He got caught up. I'm like, okay, well, when's he getting out? Never. There was a murder. And matter of fact, what she said happened, I remember seeing it on the news, and they arrested several guys. And it turns out one of them was a baby daddy. He was some big dude. She showed me some pictures. I said, yeah, that nigga big. And her son was up there. He's like 6'4" at 18 years old. I'm like, I hope that nigga could dunk a basketball or something. And she said he's turning out to be his father. And I said, wait a minute. She touched this kid's junk, and this kid has turned out to look just like, man, she's catching flashbacks. And she liked to drink too. I came to the crib with the alcohol. I forgot what she drank, but I came to the crib with the alcohol. You know what I was trying to do? It was all set up. But then when he was leaving, she's saying it, and I'm like, wait, what? And it went from me being like, I'm about to tear this up to, how do I get out of this? I said, maybe I feel better when I go outside. I went outside. I went to the chicken spot. I didn't even get the Black & Miles. I don't smoke. I went to the chicken spot, said, let me get a snack box. Went there, and I'm eating the chicken, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, I ain't going back upstairs. I got in the car, drove home. She lived on the other side of the Bronx. Drove home. Phone was ringing. By the time I didn't have a cell phone back then. I got in the house, the phone was ringing. I answered it. You went home? What happened? I said, babe, you're not going to believe this. I said, listen, I ain't want to come back upstairs. I went down and I had the bubble guts. And I had to run into McDonald's 2 blocks over, and I didn't want to come back upstairs with that. My stomach is tore up. That'd be embarrassing. You all right? I said, no, almost crapped my pants on the way home. I'm lying to her and everything. I said, look, next week. I said, I couldn't even, I couldn't even go back upstairs. I was so embarrassed, man. I said, look, I just drove home, Yeah, I was worried, man. I thought somebody did something to you. Nobody was going to do nothing to me, whatever. But I said, look, I chilled with her on the phone for a little bit. I said, look, man, I'm going to go lay down. I got off the phone. Man, I turned on the damn Nintendo. I was playing NBA Live. What was that? Live 95? Yeah, I was playing NBA Live 95. Good old time. I had some food. Went and got some more food. Came home. Made it a guy's night by myself. Please. Dealing with that crap. That was stupid. Inspecting your son, man. Shut up. Creep show. So all of this stuff is consistent with what's been happening. But now you got these feminists in Congress. You got these feminists in other countries doing this other ridiculousness. And men are saying, y'all go ahead. So now I'm waiting for the feminists to start fighting with these transforming communities. It's gonna happen. And what I'm saying, fellas, is that it's not our fight. And what I will tell Dr. Umar is, you do it. Because I'm not telling the brothers to stay here and deal with these women that chose to mess up their lives by having a kid with a dude that 10 times out of 10, they knew that he didn't deserve it. They got knocked up and now they kept the kid to term. That's their fault. And if these brothers are making 6 figures and they was responsible with their penis, because we have the reputation of being reckless with our seed, but then the reality is the amount of men that are reckless with their seed is far less than the men that are responsible with their seed. Jeff Sparks, salute. Disco D hung himself? I gotta look that up. Damn. So my point is, the good men outweigh the bad men. Statistically speaking, they do. I would never tell a good man, date that chick with a child. And I'm not saying all women that got children are bad. Circumstances happen. But a man needs to explore his options before he settles. Because trust me, we do settle. We do settle. We will sacrifice looks for cooperation. We do. That's settling. That's settling. All we ask women to do is what we require. And when a man is on a certain level financially, he worked to get to that spot. It cost him money. It cost him time. So why shouldn't he reward himself with some good eye candy and a woman that likes to cook and clean and exercise? That's not talking bad about the woman. That's just saying, look, he's entitled to that. Why should he have to settle? Oh, you can't have no fit, feminine, and friendly woman. You gotta settle for the woman that's 5 feet tall and 230 pounds. Out of shape. In a dress size 30. You have to, what? Dr. Umar, that man that worked hard, who sacrificed drinking nights and hanging out, passing tests, who was responsible when he did have premarital sex. He wore a condom. He didn't make no babies out of wedlock. STD free. And now he's making $120,000 a year. And now he says, I'm ready for a wife. And he's 41 years old. Opulent LD, salute. Now he's ready for a wife. You mean to tell me, Dr. Umar, that now he has to choose from a woman that is making, because if the average man makes $42,000 a year, the average woman makes less than that. And it's not that the job market discriminates against her. She can work the same jobs that men can make, but she chooses not to do those jobs that we do. There's the matriarchy at work. They'll tell you that it's men discriminating, though. That's not the case. Okay? It's not the case. You mean to tell me that he has to date the black woman that made a bad choice? And he can't have his own seed from birth? Well, he can. He can knock her up and marry her. He can marry her and knock her up. But now he has to deal with the 9-year-old, the 10-year-old. Then that 10-year-old is going to turn into a 13-year-old that knows everything. And then 8 times out of 10, this woman ain't going to want you disciplining a child. And you got to deal with the child saying, you're not my dad. We have to deal with that. What happened? You telling these women, yo, be more responsible with who you spread your legs with. Come on, man. Come on, Dr. Umar. You lost me with that, brother. You lost me with that. You can't make that make sense. It's ridiculous. M.I.L.F. filing, y'all. That's the result of the matriarchy, feminism. You got these doodle chasers adopting boys, graping them and pimping them out. You got Erykah Badu taking sexy pictures with her daughter. You got men getting out of bed, deciding they want to be a woman, getting on hormones, and then participating in women athletics and destroying the women physically in the steel cage, in the cage match, and in the pool. In the swimming meet. Where are the feminists sticking up for women's rights? No, they're too busy worried about the passport bros. Their priority. This is what happens. And when Kevin Samuels said, look, men lead, women need direction. I don't need no man to direct me. Well, this is what you got with no direction. Everything I just said tonight, this is what you got. Because these men are not fighting with you no more. They're getting their passports and they're getting the hell out of Dodge. Chat, did I say anything out of line? No. Whose birthday? Wait a minute. Whose birthday? Tay Tay? Or Tay Jones? Oh, Tay Jones. All right, I'm gonna hit the brother up. Y'all be safe out here, man. Because what we're not doing is arguing. But you know what's gonna happen? Yeah, I know, Philip D. Because you know what, y'all? I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, man. Masculinity's been under attack. And one thing I know about these passport bros, they're so busy doing their own thing, they're not confrontational. But there's come a point where, you know, I am confrontational and I'm married and you can't just tell me any old thing. And I speak up for males' rights when they're right. And I don't let anybody come in here and say any old thing. That's why I challenge everything. She ain't been here today, but when Shauna comes in here and says something crazy, what I deem as crazy, I challenge it. Respectfully, I challenge it. And I have to make her explain herself. And it doesn't really, I make my point. That's what I'm saying. I'll just say that. I make my point. So you men that are not on the market, that are not passport brothers, stand on your square. And you can do it respectfully, but do it with logic. Everything that I said here tonight is logical. M.I.L.F. Island. Reverse. You know why that song? You know why that show is messed up? Just reverse the roles, and then ask yourself, would that even make the television? It wouldn't. And no, it would not. This is disturbing. M.I.L.F. Island. They're on an island with their sons, mixing it up. Go watch the first episode and tell me what you think. There's no outrage for this show. And you got Erykah Badu with her daughter. And you got these gay dudes doing that to their adopted children. It's all connected, y'all. It's all connected. All of it is connected. And then you got Dr. Umar, who I firmly believe has been compromised. Talking about we supposed to deal with these sisters with that. Come on, man. Don't blame us for the fuck. Don't blame us for the collapse of the black family unit, man. They did this. We didn't do this. Oh, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. Men, stay strong. All right. Smash the gas on this. If you're a content creator, smash the gas on this. What they did is unacceptable. I'm not attacking the whole community, but you know what? What they did is unacceptable. And the community needs to speak out on them and say, no, this is not what we do. That's what they need to do. Watch the episode of this show. It comes on every Sunday. I'm going to be taking notes. This is out of order. And this is what happens when you have a grown-ass woman that got 3 baby daddies with no leadership in the household. Because if that was her father there, he wouldn't have, man, listen, wouldn't have took that picture. Let me say this, any sane man wouldn't have allowed this. We're at war. Feminism, matriarchy, it's an all-out attack on masculinity, black masculinity. Feminists have no smoke for these transformers competing against them in the work world and in athletics. But they got all the smoke for passport bros saying, look, I don't want to deal with anything going on over there. I'm going to go to another country. Y'all stay blessed out here, man. I'll see y'all in the morning. If anything changes, just check my community post, man. Salute to everybody in Venmo, the Cash App. It's a slow cook. Y'all like and share this video, man. We on the road to 1K. You know what I'm saying? We got more in store. Much love and appreciation to all of y'all. Catch y'all on the rebound.